Mr. Transformers 96 here with just kind of a general overview of the new series that has come out, which is the Transformers Studio series. So yes, I just wanted to kind of give you guys my general thoughts on this series, the figures I'm looking forward to, the figures that I'd love to see them make, and the figures that I have purchased at the moment. So here's the figures that I have from the Studio series right now as it stands, and I am really enjoying this series. It's kind of why I wanted to do this video, because now I have a nice range of the figures and in multiple different scales. Really, the three scales that they do, I have at least one figure in each scale, so I kind of have an idea of the series, and I can see its kind of ups and downs, and yeah, and with the figures coming soon, you know, I kind of have some things to say. So yeah, so at the moment I have these four. I do have two that I've already purchased, which should be here at the time of filming this. It should be here in a day or two, and that's the Voyager class, Megatron, and Brawl. Very excited for both of those figures and characters, so those will be great. I'm very much looking forward to them. But of the four that I have two leader class figures being Blackout and Grimlock, one Voyager being Starscream, and one Deluxe being Crowbar. I am really loving the fact that Hasbro is kind of taking these, kind of doing series that are going back and redoing some of the figures that they've already done, but doing them right, and doing some of the figures that they haven't done before. They're doing the same thing, but with Marvel Legends. They're doing a 10-year anniversary series where they're doing the exact same thing. So I am loving the fact that they're doing this, and they're not just doing your standard characters that you'd expect them to do. They're doing some of the characters that you really wouldn't expect, especially Crowbar. I never thought I'd get a Crowbar figure, so to finally actually have them go back and give us Crowbar is something quite spectacular, I must admit. As far as the figures that I have so far, I love three of them, like really love three of them. I have issues with one, and that's Blackout. Blackout's the one that I have issues with. It's a shame because Blackout is my favorite Transformer, so to get a new version of him, a more accurate version, a larger version, was something that was just really mind-blowing for me. I was very excited for it. Getting it in person, it has its downs though, to be honest. It has good articulation and a great head sculpt, but it has weird hands, and hands that are so weird for no reason. I don't know why they didn't just sculpt hands that look normal, but they gave him these like claw hands where it's kind of like he's always like this, just constantly, and you can't rotate him, so it's just always like this in the same position, which just looks really stupid. And then he's not very big. I think that in this photo he actually looks a little big, but in person he's really not big. He really could pass as a large Voyager. Like he almost is the same size as, height-wise, he's almost the same size as Starscream, which is very weird considering they're in two different scales, and Blackout should be really big. Blackout should be massive. So for him to be like a really small leader class is definitely disappointing. I would have liked to see him be scaled up a bit more, especially since it's not just like the whole leader class line is just kind of smaller in this series. No, because the Grimlock on the right there is really big. He's massive. I'm very impressed with that Grimlock figure. That was a figure that I wasn't expecting to get, and I was able to get him because Target was doing a sale for spend $100, get $25 off. And there were some Black Series figures that I already wanted, and they had Grimlock, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I could buy it and get myself to that $25 off, so that's why I bought him, and I really love that one. That might be my favorite Studio Series figure so far. It's great. The paint that they've added is wonderful. I love the green, the metallic green. I think it looks great, and the head sculpt is just wonderful. I will say that the head sculpts are my favorite part of the Studio Series so far. Of course, I love the characters they're doing and the fact that they're doing characters in the right scale and things like that, but just when you look at all of them, the head sculpts are always spot on, because even with Blackout, where I have a lot of issues, the head sculpt is magnificent, and it's great with Starscream, it's great with Crowbar, and it's wonderful with Grimlock. The two leader class head sculpts are my favorites, but overall, just all the figures have great head sculpts, at least of the ones that I have, so I'm very happy with that. As far as the figures that I want to get still, I do want to pick up Optimus Prime, the Voyager, as well as Stinner, but I'd like to get them at a decent price. I really don't want to, because you can get them easily for retail price, but I would like to get them both for maybe 20% off. You know, that would be quite nice. So I am thinking that I might, so I do plan to just wait to get them, but I do want to get them. I also want a second Crowbar and a second Megatron, both to repaint. I think that those would be great to repaint, and I've got some wonderful ideas with them that I'm quite excited for, so I want to get an extra Crowbar and extra Megatron at a discount so that I can repaint. Again, Megatron and Brawl are on their way. I'm very excited for them. And then I do want to get Ironhide and Jazz, maybe at a discount because I'm just not like super looking forward to them, but I would definitely like to still get them. And then I absolutely want Lockdown. Lockdown I'm very much looking forward to. So overall, those are the figures that I'm excited for and that I definitely want to get. And yeah, I'm loving the series in general. I think that they all look really nice, and I love the fact that they all come with backdrops. And it's great to see them kind of righting the wrongs, you know, like making characters that were out of scale now in scale, and taking characters that were lacking in the past and just doing them right. The biggest example of that is Grimlock, because we've had a leader Grimlock before, but it's just god awful compared to this. Like it's ridiculous. when you take a look at the two of them side by side, it's just absolutely mind-boggling that they're both from the same. That they're both supposed to be the same character, that they're both from the same toy company and everything like that. It's crazy. But yeah, overall, really loving this series. I'm very much looking forward to the new figures coming up. Definitely want to do some customs on some figures. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this line in general, if you're enjoying it. And as far as characters that I'd like to see them do, if they continue this line, I don't know if this is going to be a one-time thing or not, but if they do continue this line, there's a million characters that I'd love for them to do. But my biggest ones would probably be Bone Crusher. I would like a nice, good Voyager Bone Crusher. We've only had one Bone Crusher before, and it's been a deluxe. I think a nice scaled-up Voyager class one with new arms would be just wonderful. I'd very much appreciate that, as well as Shockwave. A leader class Shockwave is so necessary, and a nice either. You know, they could probably do deluxe. So I'd say deluxe Soundwave. That would be nice. I would love that. So those are some of the figures that I'd love to see them do. But of course, there's a million that I'd love to, that would be great if they did. So yeah. So there's still plenty more characters that they can do. I do hope that they continue this line. There's a lot of characters that they never got to with the Last Knight, particularly the Decepticons. I've made customs of those. So personally, like I don't have a huge desire for them. I would absolutely buy them if they made them. But because I have versions of them that I'm like happy with. I'm not 100% like dying for them, but it would be very cool if they did some of those as well. So there's just a ton of characters that they can do, and yeah, I can't wait to see this toy line continue and thrive. And let me know what you guys think of the series again. Also, I've done a review for Crowbar. I don't know if I've posted it yet, but I have filmed, and if it's not posted, I will be posting it very soon, a review for Starscream. And then I haven't reviewed Blackout or Grimlock. If you'd like to see reviews on either of them in particular, please let me know, because yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do reviews on them, but if people really want it, then yeah, I will. So yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts on this toy line in general. Very much enjoying it, and incredibly excited to see the rest of the figures of it, and I hope that they do continue to announce new figures for it in the future. So thanks so much for watching.